Chinese robot dogs are climbing stairs right now. Not in a lab, in a military demonstration in Hangzhou. They're powered by DeepSeek, the same AI you can download on your phone for free. The People's Liberation Army just evaluated 10,000 battlefield scenarios in 48 seconds using this technology. A task that would take human military planners 48 hours. And here's what should terrify you. America spent $1 trillion trying to prevent exactly this. Export controls, chip bans, the largest AI infrastructure project in human history. All of it designed to keep China behind. None of it worked. 12 months ago, a Chinese startup called DeepSeek released an AI model that matched OpenAI's capabilities. They claimed it cost $6 million to build. NVIDIA lost $593 billion in a single day. The biggest corporate loss in American stock market history. Washington panicked. They tightened export controls. They announced Stargate, a $500 billion data center initiative. They promised American AI dominance through sheer spending power. Then they gave up. December 2025. The Trump administration approved selling China the H200 chip, 6 times more powerful than anything Beijing could legally buy before. 25% of the revenue goes to the U.S. government. Not because the strategy succeeded, because China already won without American chips, and continuing to restrict them became pointless. 99.2% on the Harvard-MIT mathematics tournament. The real story is what happened in those 12 months while America was building data centers. DeepSeek released V3.2 and V3.2 Speciale, not incremental upgrades, fundamental leaps. The Speciale variant scored 96% on the advanced mathematics examination. GPT-5 scored 94.6, DeepSeek won. That's the official U.S. government position. These are competitions where the best human mathematicians and programmers on Earth compete. DeepSeek's AI beat them, and it's completely open source. Anyone can download it, anyone can modify it, anyone can deploy it, including the Chinese military. Here's what the State Department confirmed. Evaluated faster than any human team could process a single one. 12 procurement tenders explicitly requesting DeepSeek tools. Only one mentioned any competing model. Drone swarm decision-making, autonomous reconnaissance, real-time battlefield intelligence, treatment plans for military hospitals, strategic planning simulations. The Xi'an Technological University study I mentioned earlier, $100 billion in NVIDIA hardware alone, reducing dependence on Western technology while building capabilities America can't match. Not because they have better chips, because they figured out you don't need the best chips if your software is efficient enough. And that's the trillion-dollar mistake America made. Look at the numbers. OpenAI has committed over $1 trillion in infrastructure spending over the next decade. $300 billion with Oracle. $38 billion with Amazon. Meta is spending $72 billion this year. Microsoft committed $80 billion. Google is pushing $93 billion for 2026. The Stargate project has broken ground on 6 sites across Texas, Ohio, and New Mexico. The flagship campus in Abilene already has NVIDIA chips operational. 6,400 construction workers. Buildings going up faster than anything in data center history. American companies have spent over $360 billion annually on AI infrastructure. They've promised nearly $1.3 trillion in future commitments. Now here's the problem. While America builds, China optimizes. DeepSeek's V3.2 introduced something called sparse attention. It cuts the cost of running AI models in half. Same performance, 50% cheaper. They're not winning by outspending. They're winning by making spending irrelevant. When your competitor matches your capabilities at 2% of the cost, every dollar you spend becomes a liability, not an advantage. This is the trap American tech companies can't escape. They've told investors that massive AI spending leads to massive returns. They've made commitments they can't walk back without destroying shareholder confidence. But continuing to spend billions while Chinese competitors spend millions guarantees they lose on cost efficiency. There's no good option. Both paths lead to the same place, and the policy response makes it worse. Follow the timeline. October 2022. Biden bans A100 and H100 chips to China. National security concerns. Late 2023. Export-compliant alternatives get restricted too. Early 25. Trump tightens controls further after DeepSeek R1. April 2025. They ban the H20 entirely. NVIDIA takes a $5.5 billion charge. August 2025. They approve H20 sales. 15% revenue share to the government. December 2025. They approve the H200. 6 times more powerful. 25% revenue share. You ban chips because you're worried about Chinese AI capabilities. China proves they can build frontier AI without those chips. So you sell them better chips. What was the point? David Sachs, Trump's AI czar, justified it by arguing that selling chips to China discourages them from developing their own. That logic might have made sense 3 years ago. Before DeepSeek proved Chinese firms can match American capabilities at 2% of the cost. Before they open source those capabilities for the entire world. The leverage is gone. You can't restrict what's already published. You can't embargo knowledge that's already free. Meanwhile, Huawei isn't sitting still. September 2025, they unveiled their AI chip roadmap. Ascend 950 PR coming first quarter 2026. Ascend 960 and 970 following in 2027 and 2028. They're planning to double production to 600,000 advanced chips next year. The bigger constraint isn't manufacturing. It's high bandwidth memory. Export controls on HBM are actually working. China's domestic producer will only make enough memory in 2026 to support 250,000 to 300,000 processors. They're building an entirely parallel stack that doesn't need American technology at all. DeepSeek and other Chinese models now work out of the box on Huawei chips. No extra setup required. The software ecosystem is ready. They're just waiting for manufacturing to catch up. Huawei's chairman was clear. 1-year release cycle. Double compute with each release. They're not trying to match NVIDIA chip for chip. No restrictions. This isn't just a competition between countries. It's a competition between philosophies. OpenAI charges for ChatGPT. Anthropic charges for Claude. Google charges for Gemini. The American model is proprietary systems behind paywalls. DeepSeek is free, MIT license. When a startup in Lagos or Bangalore or Sao Paulo needs AI capabilities, they're not paying OpenAI $15 per million tokens. They're downloading DeepSeek for $0. This is why Chinese open-weight models are now being adopted globally, including in the United States, at an unprecedented rate. Not because they're Chinese, because they work and they're free. The question nobody in Silicon Valley wants to answer is this. When AI capabilities become commoditized, when anyone can download a model that matches GPT-5 performance, what competitive advantage does spending $1 trillion on infrastructure actually buy? Let me tell you what's coming. American AI spending will become a political liability. When revenue growth doesn't match infrastructure investment, those $80 billion annual commitments will look reckless. Blue Owl Capital already pulled out of a $10 billion Oracle data center deal tied to Stargate. That's not confidence, that's doubt creeping in. Open source models will dominate global adoption, not because they're better, because they're free and good enough. Cheaper AI means more global AI usage. But America doesn't capture that value when the models are Chinese and open source. The military applications will escalate. Both countries are racing to deploy thousands of AI-enabled autonomous systems. When your AI can evaluate 10,000 battlefield scenarios in 48 seconds, the kill chain compresses from hours to seconds. Nobody has figured out how to maintain human control at AI speed. And here's the uncomfortable truth that ends this story. America didn't lose the AI race because China built better technology. America lost because they never understood what game they were playing. Silicon Valley optimized for valuations, capital raised, data center announcements, chip acquisition, every metric designed to signal scale and dominance. China optimized for results, cost per training run, performance per dollar, accessibility through open source, capabilities despite constraints. American companies told investors that AGI requires hundreds of billions in infrastructure. China demonstrated that frontier AI requires smart engineering and resource optimization. American firms built business models around proprietary pricing. China built open source models anyone can use for free. American strategy assumed compute access determined winners. China proved algorithmic innovation matters more. The $1 trillion flowing into American data centers buys a lot of concrete and chips. It doesn't buy back the strategic position America just lost. The race isn't over, but the assumptions that shaped it already are.